Hello, grade 7. Good afternoon, and I trust that you're doing well. Now, I've been trying to record this session forever, and I have to be redoing it just to ensure that the recording is working. Yes? So sometimes the internet is really of a disadvantage. So I trust that this recording will work. All right. How are we doing amidst the different challenges, COVID and the other dismay that we may have? How are we though? How are we doing? Awesome. So I am not 100%, but I'm giving thanks as well. Thanks for asking. Yes, I trust that this internet will be steady for our session. Yes. So let's get rolling. Let's get the dice rolling. So we are going to jump right into this session. As you know, I would always remind us, get your laptop charger, your phone charger, whatever it is that you need for this session. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to share my screen with you. All right, so let me just get my screen on board just a moment. While the screen is being unshared, I want for you to go ahead, just in case you have any questions, any concerns, feel free to go ahead and just type it in the chat and then I will answer you as soon as possible. All right, so for this session, by the end of this session, you should be able to explain the term prefixes. You should be able to understand the words which changes their meaning by adding the prefixes on, im, in, and this. You should be able to identify and classify words with prefixes and add suffixes to root words. All right, so those are our objectives for this session. Now, let me just go ahead and get my screen. Yes, I always use my screen. So while this is coming up, I want for you to go ahead and think about prefixes. What is it that we know? What do we know about prefixes? All right, so my screen is coming up. Lovely. So what do we know? Let me get my chart up. All right, let me just use a different marker and all right, so what do we know when we talk about prefixes? What is it we know about it? What do we want to know? So think about it. So this is our chart, yes? KWL. All right, so go ahead and share your thoughts with me. Deidrean, all right, so prefixes, you're saying that they are small words. All right, so let me have that on the screen. PREFIX. So prefixes are, I'm taking note of it, yes? SMALL. Small words. That's the only information there, Adrian. All right, awesome, that are attached. So attached before the base word, yes? Awesome. ED. Attached as to what you've rightfully said before. Yes, so take note of that. FORE before the root, or we can say the base word. W-O-R-D. All right, so anything else? Do we recall anything else? Do we know anything else? All right, so they change a word meaning. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. So prefixes, right? They change G-E a word meaning. Meaning M-E-A-N-I. All right, so do we know anything else? That's it? Daniel, share one with me. You're talking there. Share one with me. All right, so ill. What about ill? All right, so ill, on, are prefixes. Very good, very good. So no talking, right? Unless it has something to do with this. Are prefixes, ES. Let me write the S better. All right, awesome. What else do we? All right, yes, a prefix. I like that. So a prefix, yes. Let me write that on the screen, a prefix. I hope that's so. We're taking notes, you know. What it says here. So a prefix is an affix. Awesome. A-F-F-I-X. Another one. Okay, share it with me. She starts preschool this fall. Awesome. So she starts S-T-A-R. Preschool, P-R-E. School, S-C-H-O-O-L. This fall. Now in that sentence there, which is the prefix? All right, so the prefix indeed it is pre. Awesome. Comes before the root word. Very good. Do we know anything else? All right, so what is it that we want to know? What do we want to know? What do we want to know? All right, so we want to know how to remember the meaning. So let me get that. Let me just double check here on my screen. And I have to double check on the recording. I've done it about 2 or 3 times without it recording, yes? But that's okay. All right, so the screen is good. So how we were saying that we want to know how to remember, all right? M-E-M-B-E-R. How to remember the meaning of each prefix, yes? M-E and G, the meaning of OF Okay, let me write this a bit better. The meaning of each prefix. All right, so is there anything else that we need to know? Is there anything else that we want to know? Yes? No? Not a problem. All right, so let's go. I'm going to just put away this screen for a short while. Now on the board, I've written some words here. So look at them. We have, what is this one? Unable, beautiful. We have uneven. Yes. What's the third one? Unstable. And then we have uneasy. Now look at those words carefully. Take a look at them. What do you notice about these words? Anyone want to respond? That's okay. What do we notice? All right. So Xavier, you're saying they all begin with on. Yes. All right. So let me highlight that. You're saying they all begin with on. Anything else? Do we notice anything else? All right, so it has the prefix. So ensure that we use the jargon of the language, yes? So it has the prefix on. Beautiful. Now, what I want for you to do, turn to your partner. So I'm going to give you the opportunity to choose your partner, right? And then you're going to talk about the meaning of on. What do you think it really means? What's the meaning of it? What is the meaning when we talk about on? What is your meaning there? Go ahead and share your thoughts with the class. Go ahead and share your thoughts. All right, so I'm getting a feedback there from that's so. Okay, Elizabeth, go ahead with your group. Go ahead. Means not. Okay. So Elizabeth, she's saying that it means not. Who else would like to share? Dijana, you're saying not able to. All right. So I'm getting the same feedback there. Yes. Any of us have anything different? No, miss? Not a problem. All right. So keep your information there. Yes. We're going to focus on a short video clipping and we will come back to this our chart. All right. So let's go. I'm going to share with you uh, a video clipping in which I want for you to pay attention to. Yes? So let me allow the screen to be big enough where you're able to view the information. Please pay attention.
So now let's begin topic 12, prefix. What are prefix? Prefix are the letters added to the beginning of the word to change the meaning of the word or to form a new word. So for example, the word is happy and the word is happy here, and if I add the prefix un to the beginning of this word, so it will become unhappy. So by adding the prefix un, we have changed the meaning of the word. So prefix are the letters which are added to the beginning of the word to change the meaning of the word or to form a new word. Prefix are generally used to form the opposites of the word. Let's see some prefix. Un, im, dis, in, non, for, inter, miss are some of the prefix we will see in this video. But there are many more prefix. So let's begin with prefix un. Here, happy is a word and un is added to the beginning of the word happy. So it has become the word now unhappy. Fair, un plus fair is unfair. So done, undone. Comfortable, uncomfortable. Tidy, untidy. load, unload, save, unsave, do, undo, well, unwell, able, unable. So by adding the prefix un, we have changed the meaning of the word. So happy has become unhappy, fair, unfair, done, undone, and similarly all other. Now let's see prefix dis. So when this prefix is added to the beginning of the word, it has changed the meaning of the word or it has formed a new word. So dis plus connect will become disconnect. Satisfy, dissatisfy, appear, disappear, place, displace, allow, disallow, locate, dislocate, agree, disagree, please, displease, respect, disrespect, order, disorder, obey, disobey. So this is the prefix dis. Now let's see prefix im. When im is added to the word, it has changed the meaning of it. So im plus possible will become impossible. Im plus pure, impure. Im plus perfect, imperfect. Im plus mature, immature. Im plus proper, improper. Im plus material, immaterial. Now let's see prefix in. In plus correct will become incorrect. In plus visible, invisible. In plus complete, incomplete. So this is the prefix in. Now let's see prefix none. So when non is added to the word sense, it becomes nonsense. Non plus identity, non-identity. Non plus violence, non-violence. Now let's see prefix 4. 4 plus caste became forecast. 4 plus head, forehead. 4 plus most, foremost. Now let's see prefix miss. Miss plus take, mistake. Miss plus understand, misunderstand. Miss plus interpret, misinterpret. Miss plus match, mismatch. Miss plus spelt, misspelt. Miss plus behave, misbehave. Miss plus fire, misfire. Prefix inter. Inter plus net, internet. Inter plus connect, interconnect. Inter plus national, international. So, prefix are the words which are added to the beginning of the word to change the meaning of the word or to form a new word. So, we have seen the prefix un, dis, im, in, non, for, miss, inter, and there are many more prefix. So, this is all about prefix in this video. So watch my other videos for all the grammar topics. And if you like my channel, just subscribe to it.
All right, so I trust there that you were paying attention to this video clipping. Now, what I want for you to realize, as was said early on in this video, that there are many prefixes, right? But for today, in this lesson, we are paying attention to on, him, this, and in. Yes? So those are the prefixes in which we're focusing on for this session. All right, so let me just take this off the screen. Now we're going to place our attention here on prefixes, yeah, so on a PowerPoint. So let me just get this on the screen so you're able to view it along with me. All right, so let us place our attention here. Now, looking at prefixes, as was said early on, so a prefix is a word of letters. I think Dijon stated it early on. Affixes, yes, added in front of a word to change its meaning. So again, a prefix, what is it? A word of letters, right? Added in front of a word to change its meaning. Pay attention to this. Take your notes accordingly if you need to, yes? So if you have a brain like mine, which I cannot recall everything, it means I have to take note. I have to make my notes, right? So a negative prefix. No, a negative prefix is a prefix which carries a negative or some a negative meaning. not the opposite of. So when we talk about this and in and him, and we talk about on, yes, we're making reference to a negative meaning, and we'll get to see more of that. Now, a negative adjective prefix is a negative prefix which is added to an adjective. When we talk about adjective, who can remind me what are we talking about? All right, describing words. So we use them to describe. Yes? Awesome. So a negative adjective prefix, it's really a negative. Ensure that you take note of that. Yes? So let us look at this. Let us look at some of the examples here. It says there are no hard rules, but on is the most common prefix. They also stated that on is one of the most hardest one to remember, right? It is the most difficult. Not sure why they say it's the most difficult, but right? It is yet common but also difficult. Now, words that start with the letter M always take M to it. So immature, immodest. Now, if you should pay attention here, mature, mature, you realize that this would be what? What can we call this? The root word, or some persons say the base. Why is it called the base? Why would you say it's a base? Beautiful, because it is able to stand alone. So here we realize that it starts with M. M-A, we have M-O. So it takes on the prefix M. Also, words that have P as first letter take on the M as well. For example, impatient, right? So take note of that information there. Let us look at some of them in context. Let us look at some of these in context. Some of these. All right, so look at this. Here we're having a dialogue between Vera and Alan. Yes? So look at this dialogue and ensure that you're paying attention there to the opposite, right? Where you're looking at the prefix on. Now, as was stated early on, that on, this, im, and in, they're all negative, and you will see why it is. Look at this. You look rather unwell. Why don't you see a doctor? Now, if you look unwell, what it means? You are not well. Exactly. Beautiful. So that means it is a negative because you are not. Yes? So it is a negative prefix. So you look rather unwell. Why don't you see a doctor? Then Alan stated that, oh no, that's unnecessary. I've just been working hard. I'm writing a book. So it is not necessary. Now, Vera stated, in this room with the windows closed and you smoke, that's very unhealthy. You'll be ill. So you're not healthy. Now, Alan answered and said, but if I open the windows, some very unpleasant smell coming from the chemical factory. Vera responded and said, and I hear you've been unemployed since you lost your job in the library. Alan answered and said, yes, they said I was unpunctual. So what? He was not on time. Yes, he was not a punctual person. So that is not positive at all. It is indeed a negative. What is it? Negative. Yes? Now, let us look at some of the other examples with the other prefixes. So look at this. Disrespectful pupil. What is it saying here? If you're disrespectful, Right, you are not respectful at all, right? How about dishonest? If someone turned to you and said, "Oh, you're a dishonest person," is that something good? Indeed, it is not. So you are not an honest person. And none of us want to be said that we're not honest. Yes? Look at this dissatisfied customer. So you are not satisfied at all for whatever reason it may be, but you're just not satisfied. Another example, looking at him, right? And also in. So let's go. What it says, impossible plan. Now, if you have an impossible plan, what is it saying to us? It is not possible. So you see what I'm saying? When we use all these prefixes, the im and the in and the this and the on, we're making reference to negative prefixes because it means not. You're not able to. Yes? Your immature action. So here we're seeing that you're not mature. Yes? Oh, immoral action. Thank you so much for that correction. So immoral action. Yes? Look at in. How about in? Yes, we have inaccurate calculation. So it's not accurate at all, right? It's not correct. Your inconvenient arrangement. So indeed, it is what? Not, the arrangement is what? Not convenient. Look at this again. Impatient motorist. Any of us have ever been called impatient? You're just too impatient? All right. Yes. So you just don't have any patience. Yes? You don't want to wait. How about insecure feeling? Insecure feeling, right? So the feeling you're not secure, maybe emotionally, yes? So indeed, take note of these. They're called the negative prefixes. There are other examples in which we're able to look at, right? In terms of having them in sentences. For example, this information is incorrect. So it is not correct. Yes? Look at E, letter E. She didn't say please or thank you. She was impolite. F, it's not a special occasion. Just wear ordinary informal clothes. Look at this. She steals. She tells lies. She's completely dishonest. Yes? So those are some of the examples that we're able to think about when we talk about all these negative prefixes, which means not, right? So take note of that. And I'm pretty sure that you're able to come up with some examples on your own. So let's jump right back to our KWL chart. Now, what have we learned? Do we have any questions, any concerns just before we fill this out? Okay, no questions, no concerns. All right, so what have we learned? All right, so a negative, I know that would be the first thing, right? The emphasis being placed there. So a negative, any, so GTIVE, a negative prefix, PREFIX gives a negative meaning, right? Awesome. We're paying attention. Beautiful. Gives a negative, so I'm just going to put the same word here, negative meaning. Anything else? So on, yes, so on this, DIS, im, and in are all negative. Yes? So they're all negative prefixes. Awesome. So I'm going to put NP, negative prefixes. Here we go, right? Do we know anything else? All right. So for your activity, what I want for you to do, let me just take this off the screen and stop sharing my screen. So for your activity, you're going to write 3 words with the prefixes and use each to make a simple, meaningful sentence, right? So that is your activity. Also, for your assignment, ensure that you take note of this assignment because we will be using this information in tomorrow's class. All right. So, for your assignment, you will think of some of the negative prefixes which carries a negative meaning and make a listing of them. All right. So, make a listing of them. We will use them in class tomorrow. Do we have any questions, any concerns? Yes? No? Since there are no questions, no concerns, so we're going to say bye for now.